That's what it's supposed to look like. It ain't falling off the bone, but you got a little bite. Man. Them good ribs right there. Outstanding. So right now, cutting that rib tip off. Now this rib tip is optional. The rib tip is optional. It's a piece of meat that has a gristle in the inside of it, and what you do is when you leave this on the spare rib, you just chop this off and then you cube it. So that's optional. What we'll do with this, we'll eat this for a snack later, so I'll set that on the side. Now I'm gonna just focus on the squareness of that spare rib. I'll cut that bone right there. These are all little snacks from when you're cooking. And right at that point, I'm just gonna make it look presentable. And that's it. Do I pull the membrane off? That membrane is where all your flavors stay packed in there and all your juice and greases that's gonna make that meat stay nice and moist. So will I take that off? I won't. And at that point, you got your spare rib, pork seasoning. You can find the pork seasoning at lesbbq.com. We smoke the finest meats. Then I'm just gonna give it an even layer of seasoning on there. Just like that. Nice and even. Salt intake. And we'll come over here and season up your rib tip. Remember, that's a nice little snack. Season on up. That end right there. Nice little snacks while you're waiting on that other stuff to get done. And there you have it, the spare rib, and all you're gonna do, pat, 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 pat. That seasoning up in there. Once you let that set for a little while, another thing that happens is that salt makes moisture and everything sets down immediately. So now we're gonna take them and put them on a pit. Stay tuned. Now we're gonna get ready to load them up, and I'm gonna flip-flop them for you. I got his kinfolk on now, but you see, even layer of season, everything looks spectacular. We're gonna set it just right there. Come back and check on it here shortly. I'm out. We smoke the finest meats. If you can't make it to the store, I'll get it to your front door. Just like that. Wrapped up in the LAS BBQ sandwiches tape, they're gonna see it coming. But yeah, right now I got them down softballs rolling. We got softball, ooh, that bad boy hot, goodness. We got them gator heads. Hit them up a little bit. Make sure they got plenty of juice on them. Hit them up, and I got a two-piece coming around. Hit them up. And I got them softballs trailing. We're just gonna start hitting them as they come by. Rolling hot, I tell you what, because even right there, they hot. What's in the spray bottle? Apple cider vinegar and water. I've been using this spray bottle like this for a few years now, so that's what we got in there. They cooking, I tell you that much. That's all I do all day long is just sit and wait. Load up, sit and wait. All I want to do is create a masterpiece. So let's check these baby backs out. These are the ones we put on there this morning. I think they're about ready though. We're gonna pop them up. Ooh, what you think about that? Every one of them. You got all them baby backs and then you got the spares riding in the back. That's what them ribs supposed to look like. Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And then we do spare rib. That's what you want them to look like. I don't want them to look like that. lesbbq.com, we smoke the finest meats. Them pork butts. The pork butts lounging in the back. All pork. So I got Jimmy taking off all the baby backs. We do all the pork over here on honey. Every one of them, smoked to perfection. And the reason I turn them upside down is get all that good moisture and grease on that backside. And of course it helps to keep cooking. That's why we stack them like that. Those baby backs, you really don't have to cook them long, because if you cook them too long, you can dry them out. That cut come off of that pork loin. So that pork loin's on the backside right there. And a lot of times you'll get them where it's real lean on the baby backs. So when I'm looking through them, I like to grab the ones with the fat, good ratio, fat mixed in them. Because they will be dry if you overcook them, I promise you. I done it before. Nice clean backside. We're gonna keep that membrane on to hold those juices in that meat. I just wanted to be nice and clean on that backside though. Beautiful. You can slide this one right here and then turn that other one around. There you go. Yeah, just bring them up. Bring all the rest of them up. Put them on the front line. That's that one we're gonna try out right there, yep.
You can tell the difference, huh?
Mm-hmm. Bring all of them up, set them on the front line. Take them off, you rotate all your other meats toward the front. And that's how you get a consistent cook, especially when you're dealing with the wood. You wanna try to preserve your wood, so use everything. And we'll finish cooking these spare ribs. That'll pretty much be it for the pork addition. Normally I keep my temp around about 250, 275, and I'm going off of the color. That's what I'm looking for when I'm cooking these. I'm looking at this color, I want them to be smoked. I don't want them to look real soft on the top, but I need a little charredness to let me know that they're smoked. Like these, I'm gonna run them a little bit longer. They getting there, but they ain't really all the way there yet. This one looks pretty good. So I'll wrap that one. That's this little one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this one, I'm gonna bite into him here in a little bit. So we're gonna put him over there, upside down. I always do the double layer. And when you order them online, you're gonna wrap them up the same way, double layer. Meat side down, just like this when they come out the fall. Put them in the oven, 30 to 45 minutes, temperature 195 to 200 degrees. They're done. Cut straight to the bone. Gonna take these spare ribs off. You gotta cook them just right so you won't dry them out. So that's gonna give me room to keep them tenderized. It's gonna give me room right there. You see how pretty and pink that meat is on the back? That's where you want that, that's the way you want that skin to look on the back of them. And then remember how I do, you flip flop, just like that, opposite. This one still got a pretty good ways. That's some spare ribs right there. If they don't look like that, I don't want them. The best meat is a rested meat, so we're gonna let these rest before we cut into them. And the reason you wanna do that, with all that steam that's built up in that fall, once you start cutting hot meat, you release your steam from the meat and it dries out right in front of your face. But if you let that meat cool back down, those juices tend to absorb right back into the meat. That way when you bite it, juicy all the way to the bone, all the way. I got the spare ribs ready. And that's what they're supposed to look like. Masterpiece. See what I'm saying? That's what I talk about. When you let that rest, those juices, they settle right back in, and then that other juice, you just pour it on there. Don't waste it. I'm gonna set that right there when I'm finished cutting. Remember I tell you, you got a rib tip on the outside, so you'll cut that rib tip off, and at that point, you'll do this rib tip like this. Chop it in half. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you serve that rib tip. You got your rib tips, and then you got your ribs. All the juice. That's how they gotta look. They gotta be juicy. Plenty of meat. Look at the smoke ring in them. Look at the smoke ring in them. Every one of them phenomenal. And we're gonna do them just like this, you see? That's what it's supposed to look like. It ain't falling off the bone, but you got a little bite. Man. Them good ribs right there. Outstanding. lesbbq.com, and we smoke the finest meats. I'm out.